Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk about money. Oh, wow, money, money, money. And what it is, it's looking really like we're heading towards a cashless society. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I want to make sure the public has this fully thought out what it means to have a cashless society. Okay, the first thing that I can see, and there's just no way you can say no, is guns. Our Second Amendment rights, the government is going to tear it apart using cashless society. When you don't have money, I mean, how many, if you want to sell your gun to somebody, what are you going to get paid in? More than likely, it's going to be cash. More than likely. You might take a check, and you might take some gold. But with a cashless society, you won't be able to. Transactions will, any cash transactions will be stopped. So in other words, if you're driving down the road and you see a car for sale and you think it'd be a good buy, you can't pay it in cash. And so there's going to be a lot of things that we're not going to be able to do. I noticed one thing, the young people, I say since I've been back in the United States here now, I noticed the young people don't even know how to use cash anymore. They're teaching everybody more and more to use credit cards. And so they're in the world of digits. Now, I'm not sure how the digits are going to work with inflation. And besides that, they can take your digits away if you're not in good standing with the state. Your digits will become less likely to work. They've got such good control over your money with digits, and it's now the idea they're going to tell you that this cash is out, and the reason is that's going to stop drugs. It's going to stop what do you call it? The black market. It's going to stop a lot of bad things, according to them. And yes, now I think they used that same kind of psychology when they told you you have to wear seatbelts. Oh yeah, the seatbelt's going to save your life, and it sure will. A matter of fact, and I know a lot of you don't remember, but there was a time when there was a gas shortage and they changed all the speed limits down to 55 miles an hour. And when it was at 55 miles an hour, the first thing they wrote out a lot of tickets. So, man, they made a lot of money on tickets. That was the first thing. But accidents in car accidents and people dying, it just plummeted. People didn't die in car accidents. And that's because when you're driving at 55, your car accident isn't as bad as it is at 70. It's not as bad as it is when it's 80. It's not as bad as it is when it's 100. A matter of fact, if we are that concerned about life, saving lives, let's make the speed limit 45 or 35. I mean, how many lives do you want to save? Let's make everybody wear a helmet when they're in the car. Everybody in the car has got to wear a helmet, and then with the face protection on there and all that kind of stuff. Because most people die in car accidents because of head injuries. So it sounds logical, but logic isn't what it's all about. And they tried to convince you it's for your own best good. And yes, if you don't take personal responsibility, I am sure it is. If you don't take moral responsibility, that's even better. Just do what you're told. And they're going to have exactly the laws in place that if everybody went by the laws, everything would be rosy red. Kind of like Guatemala, when self-defense is illegal. And the reason is, when somebody is assaulting you, all you have to do is think, hey, this guy's going to jail because it's illegal for him to be beating on me, and then now he's pulling out a knife, he's going to kill me, he's going to go to jail because beating on me is illegal and killing me is illegal. So when you look at the laws and the government and things like this to make your life good, where do you draw the line? And like I say, for me, I have weapons and I have gold and silver. I can protect myself. Financially, I can take care of myself. So the laws, like I've said before, are mainly to help us live together as a society. We don't need laws to tell each one of us what to do. But how are they going to make you do everything? Control your money, the digits that you have. And like I mentioned, I was in Cuba. In Cuba, food is free. Housing is free. The government gives you a job. Health care is free. All this stuff is free. Okay, providing you have good morals? No, they don't care about morals. Providing you take personal responsibility? No, they don't care about you taking personal responsibility. They've got rules. And you thought, what do you call it? Self-defense sounded kind of stupid. Well, in Cuba, they can't talk to you. Nobody, the Cuban people cannot talk to you if you are a tourist unless they have a permit from the government. The government says who can talk to the tourist. And to get this permit, they tell you what you have to say when you have the permission to talk to the tourists. And if you say anything other than what you were instructed to say, this is what they do. They don't have digits. Matter of fact, they don't even have hardly any money. I mean, when I was there in 2000, they were making about $20 a month. But hey, they were all happy because education was free, hospitals free, everything is free. The food is free, everything is free. The problem is, every month they give you a coupon book, about that thick, and one page will be for a pound of beef, another one would be for a pound of chicken, maybe a couple pounds of flour. Each one represents something like that. And you don't need money because you use that to pay. Okay, if you want to stand in line, and hopefully by the time you get up to the front of the line, they'll still have some of that product left. A lot of times they run out. So then you have to go over and get in the other line to try to get something else. In other words, that's the way they controlled their population with food. A cashless society, they're going to control you with digits. So they're going once they control your digits, and then you got it. I mean, what you want free hospitalization? They can give it to you. They can give you everything because they're going to be controlling your digits. And like right now with Obamacare, they're what? I think they're charging like, an old guy like me. If I worked for you, you'd have to pay like $750 a month to have me working for you. Or you can get this young person that you only have to pay $250 a month for. So, and like I say, it's all done in digits. So then they have total control. And so the Obamacare is, they're going to make you do the Obamacare. They're going to make you do all this kind of stuff. And it's all done by controlling your digits. And what kind of car you're going to have. I've noticed when I was, this last time I took a trip up to Kansas and Missouri, I was on the Kansas Turnpike. And I stopped there to pay the price. And they said, well, no, you don't have to pay. And I said, I don't. And I was driving somebody else's vehicle. And they said, yeah, it's got a little turnpike pass on there, and I'm from Oklahoma. And I said, yeah, well, I'm from Oklahoma. And they said, that's okay. We recognize that. So and then what it is, when that thing, they charge you so much to go on these highways. When there's no money, they automatically take it out of your account. Whoa, thank you. Make it much more convenient for the people wanting to, or the ones that collect your toll. They don't need to collect your toll anymore. They'll just take digits from you. So this cashless society thing is not that cool of a thing. Be prepared. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.